Welcome to a special Christmas edition of Where I Pray the Dark. And for our YouTube viewers, and if you're not currently watching our podcast, you can on our YouTube page, Where I Pray the Dark podcast. You guys, we're in our new studio. Ben, you know where we're at?
I know where we're at.
It's the only one question you ask a child, right? I was also hoping you just go in there so I don't feel like I'm just splitting my own horn. You know what I mean?
Adam bought a house, so we are in Adam's house.
Yeah, the best thing are, we're actually at the beach. As you can see, the beach right from our studio now, which is really cool. This episode, we're recording this on December 23rd, 2018. This will come out on Christmas Day. So if you are listening to us on Christmas Day, I hope you're caught up to the fireplace, listen to our podcast with some fried chestnuts and maybe some fruitcake or something.
Eggnog.
Yeah, all that good stuff, ready to kick back. If not, we'll see you on our next one, which is going to be the last episode of season 4, right?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, the Train Magic episode hasn't aired yet. That's the one I'm missing. And then we're going to be recording all the podcast episodes for season 5 and continuing in the studio right here.
Oh boy. So, do you want to do
the shot? Yeah.
Well, oh yeah,
Oh.
of course.
Cheers, everybody.
That's
Merry Christmas. He just left us.
Now, last year on Halloween, Ben and I decided to do a special episode with Ernest Scared Stupid, which is one of our favorite Halloween movies, I would say, right?
yes.
Yeah, we're talking about things to do as a bumper episode, even though we haven't aired the whole season yet. And we were saying, oh, Ernest Saves Christmas. And I think this was actually the first Ernest movie I ever saw, because I would have been 4 years old when this came out in 1988.
Well, I was telling Ashley today. Ashley hadn't seen a single Ernest movie
Before she got mad at you, right?
before she met me.
I mean, I had come across a couple when I was little and felt like I hated them. I had come across a couple when I was little and felt like I hated them. So
Well,
I never did.
I think my first introduction to Ernest was one of our older cousins, Ben, Loretta, who's like, I think 12 years older than me.
Mhm.
We're visiting her house in the late 80s, and Hey Ernest, his TV show came on. She was like, oh, this guy's stupid, but it's really funny. So, and I think Ernest is just one of those characters that, like, he obviously appeals to kids, but I feel like even adults could just laugh at it just because it's so stupid and annoying.
Yeah. Well,
He's like a good-hearted idiot.
well, when we go through this, even though he's an idiot, I think he only actually messes up once in the whole movie.
It's a few times, but I think a lot of people agree with this. This is probably the best Ernest movie.
Oh,
I like Scare Stupid.
of course. I love
a little more. Yeah, it's so over the top and funny. But this one in terms of production, I think is a little more well made. I haven't seen Ernest Goes to Camp or Ernest Goes to Jail in a few years, and I don't.
We have Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yeah. Oh, I got a funny story for you. So I watched this movie. I know we have it on VHS somewhere in a fucking storage closet somewhere, but I watched it on an Amazon rental, and I have a Prime Video membership.
It's at my house.
I wish we would.
It was for VHS.
Yeah.
So how are we
Okay.
gonna play
Because
that?
I want to
down.
bet over that.
All right, so I had it rented on Amazon, but I was going through like the Prime Video membership, and like Ernest Goes to School, Slam Dunk Ernest, and fucking like Ernest Rise Again were all free, but I had to pay for this one. So they were like, "Oh yeah, the good ones you actually have to pay some money for nowadays."
Yeah, well, we had like a little ugly sweater party thing yesterday.
I see you're still kicking this thing with the kittens on your sweater
I-
back there, right?
Well, of course. I looked like I should be reading the news. But we were looking at like, okay, what are your like top 3 favorite Christmas movies?
Well, right now,
Yeah, like what are your top like
Christmas Vacation definitely.
Okay.
Scrooged
okay.
and Bad Santa 1.
Okay.
Pretty solid.
So, I'm right there with you except for I would replace Bad Santa with Ernest Saves Christmas. Those are my top 3 that I have to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I have to watch Christmas time. Babe,
Dear.
what are your top 3?
Oh God, I don't even know.
You have to talk directly into that mic for it to
I
work, okay?
I don't know.
Go handheld if you have to. Well, actually, thanks about this. I'm gonna dive right in here. By the way, we have established obviously this is one of our favorite movies. We're not gonna rip it to shreds, but we're just gonna offer our commentary on it, and of course share a lot of stories. Because Ben, I found out from a lot of our reviews and like feedback we're getting online, people love our actual stories behind shit, not just what we're talking about the episode or the movie we're reviewing.
We do talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, we have plenty of stories we haven't brought up yet at all. And I'm just waiting for the opportunity where it's in context.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and again, this is like one of the first
Oh,
Ernest
wow.
movies I remember watching, and
Yep.
as I watched it each time, like when I rewatched this, I remembered every single scene, but there was some dialogue that I didn't catch up on as a kid.
Oh yeah.
That was some funny jokes in here that
Oh
would bring
yeah.
along. The interesting thing about this film is the intro sequence with the titles. Because this is not like other Ernest movies where he's like making goofy faces or like there's some foreshadowing. We basically have a bunch of Norman Rockwell paintings with some traditional Christmas carols behind it.
Hold on. Wasn't like the like the iconic like picture of Santa, wasn't that used for like didn't that come from like Coca-Cola or some shit like that?
That's comment that actually came from Harper's Weekly magazine.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it like came from like something else.
You know, that's part of my Christmas trivia at Kayla's party last year. But my Christmas trivia always pisses everybody off at the fucking party. Every single year I make less friends because of this. And you guys were there for the party last week.
That
You're
was
right.
really fucking obscure questions. I went in there feeling good about like I knew some fucking weird shit, but like
Well, my first question for everyone was spell Kwanzaa. And I think like only
I
three people.
forgot there were 2 A's. I had everything else.
And my next question was, what's the cuisine that a lot of Jewish people eat on Christmas, and that's known to be Chinese food, especially in New York City. The reason for that is because the Jewish used to live like next to a Chinatown, and the Chinese restaurants were open on Christmas Day when they wanted to go out to eat, so they kind of made tradition out of it.
I
A
used
lot
to
of people
eat it
didn't get
every
that.
Christmas Eve because of that.
Yeah,
Because
well,
I'd be out running, finishing stuff up
well,
and hungry.
well, the funny one, the person who won the Christmas trivia this year was actually my friend who DJs also and hosts trivia nights. So I said, Chuck, next year you're gonna host the fucking trivia for me. We'll do like teams and everything. I remember watching this with Granny back when we were young, and I wanted to fast forward through this intro sequence. She's like, "Oh no, listen, I like the Christmas music here." Just a
yeah,
bunch of
like-
stuff painted.
yeah,
Like,
at least give her the 2 minutes
Yeah.
of actual Christmas songs, and then you can have the whole other like what 1 hour and 30 fucking
yeah,
minutes of
that
it.
was a long sequence of scene. I think it's just because nothing's moving on screen. It's just like the Ken Burns effect on these Nolan
Yeah, it's
Rockwell
just the
paintings.
stills. Yeah,
Yeah, the other thing is, it's interesting you bring that up. There's no actual other Christmas music in this movie, and there's no what we call source music in the film that I paid attention to, which is music that characters can hear on screen. So if they're at a party, they're gonna hear music. If they're at a restaurant, they hear stuff. I think it's
Yeah.
like very very light, at like the airport, or like at the museum. But yeah, there's no actual like montage of Christmas songs like there is in like Home Alone or Christmas Vacation.
yeah, or someone's like humming it or singing it,
Yeah, Ernest sings occasionally.
and
He's
so
singing on Christmas Tree in the taxi ride.
and so does Joe.
Mhm. Yeah, well, we have this shot here of this airline coming in, and it's really important about the time here for some reason. It says December 23rd, which is ironically today we're recording this, and here we are, exactly 30 years. Because
Mm.
they say 2 p.m. and it's about 5 o'clock right now, so
Mhm.
we're literally recording this 30 years after this movie takes place. Santa's talking to some guy. I didn't catch his name. I just call him the business guy because he's
I
like,
don't
stupid
think
business.
I don't think they ever say it.
They don't.
Oh, I
I
thought
don't
he
think.
mentions it later on.
Maybe
He did. He said,
Okay.
"I met a guy named such and such at
No,
the
he says
airport."
that he just says I met a nice gentleman
Oh,
and
see,
he
I thought
wanted
they
to
said
sniff
his
for Christmas.
name.
Yeah, but can I just say, like, it right now, like the day and age that we live in, a lot of this shit could be offensive. Like if you'd now,
What part?
all right, take this customs scene.
Oh yeah, that's the actual low part I would consider offensive. By the way,
Let's take this customs scene for example.
All right, let's walk through this a little bit. Santa's having some memory issues. The guy keeps going on like database things and business information, but we see Santa's sack come through there. It's a lot of jump cut scenes between here and Ernest driving this guy to the fucking airport. Who is like this really strict business guy, state of street. He's swerving all in and out of traffic and shit. Ernest's cab's number is 69. I don't know if that had any meaning. And there's that big pen roller. And remember in Ernest Scared Stupid, we picked up on the fact that Ernest used to be an advertising mascot because he would.
Was it for butter or milk?
He would do all kinds of things. He would do soda, butter, milk. The milk was in Ernest Scared Stupid.
No, but I think originally it was for butter. Like that's where he came from.
All right. Yeah, well, it was some local company for milk or regional company that we had in Ernest Scared Stupid. I looked up if he ever did a Bic pen or Bic lighters commercial, and I didn't find any proof of that. So that must be product placement. Yeah, Santa gets to the customs where he shares his passport. He was born in Prussia in 1837. And yeah, that's what the customs or the TSA guys look around. Like we see some Saudi Arabian guy, and who else was there?
There was like
Those old school.
There was like a
cult or whatever it is that used to hang out at the airports back in the 80s and 90s.
There was a woman with a hat
Krishna's
that was made of. It was entirely high-heeled shoes.
I got you on that one.
Yeah, and he's just like,
it was Lady Gaga before her time.
Yeah, he's like, why not? It's Christmas, and like, you know.
Well, this is pre 9/11 also, so that's why I like it. Oh yeah, just go ahead. We don't care that you're like 150 years old.
Yeah. Oh, Skippy.
Seems legit.
So.
Yeah, I remember because this is back before the Persian Gulf War. Okay, or a few years before that. That Saudi Arabian like outfit. I forgot what the name of that headdress is called. Like that was very common to see in 80s films. Like Naked Gun had a scene like that.
I mean, but it's still like
I know
to this day, it's still like a very common,
totally relevant.
Yeah. It's still a very common headdress.
Yeah, I just don't see it too often in film or TVs anymore.
Oh yeah,
I mean, even we saw it in Three Ninjas also, when that guy is about to bust that one guy with the weapons deal.
They got him on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but there is some stuff in this now that like. I don't know, like it could be offensive to somebody that's like overly fucking sensitive. Like I'll tell you, I'm not politically correct.
Oh yeah, they haven't found out about listening to this podcast yet, right? Especially the Old Man Corcoran episode or anything with any.
Well, hold on. With this being Ernest Saves Christmas, this could very well be the first one they ever fucking hear.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, like.
Well, there's a disclaimer. Just be ready to hear some offensive jokes, drug humor, sexual humor. I mean, we talked about masturbation, vaginal discharge. There's no topic off balance here.
That was mostly you.
Yeah, we're afraid of the dark. I will say
I feel like I'm a weatherman.
All right.
Like I'm back here with this cat.
Yeah, he's about to do the morning announcements. Hey, did you guys ever do the morning announcements at school? I
no,
did.
But I feel like we're doing them now.
I usually skipped right after them.
Well,
so.
when I did it, I was more to like the actual production aspect, like the editing and like the skits. Like we had somebody.
And now look where you are.
Yeah, I edit video and I get paid for it. So yeah, that's good, right?
I mean, we don't get paid.
Nope.
Well, yeah, I mean, we would do skits like when Jackass was big. We had someone come borrow a girl outfit at school. We run through the school in a girl outfit and go to people's cars and shit. Like that's fun. I need to find my VHS tapes from back then.
So let's talk about Ernest's taxi driving skills.
All right, I will say this. This scene made me laugh out loud.
Oh, dude. Right? And this is one of the best.
He's swerving in and out of traffic.
This is one of the best parts.
Well, yeah, this guy's like hitting his head around, like swerving back and forth like a conveyor belt almost in the back of the taxi seat.
Falls out of the taxi.
Yeah, and I can still hold his briefcase.
Yeah, now he's just paralyzed in shock.
Yeah. I was wondering what was happening there. It's like some type of like shock because he doesn't blink at all. He did a pretty good job.
Now he's locked up,
and
Ernest has to pick him up and put him back in the back seat, and then, oh no, I see. I'm getting ahead. I was gonna say he stops and gets the tree, but he gets Santa first.
Yeah, that's later.
Yeah.
But
So
when he gets to the airport with the guy, pulls him out, puts him on the conveyor belt. But I like when he gets the guy's bags out of the trunk.
hold on. Before that, I like when he jumps over the curb and lands on the Asian guy's luggage.
Oh, yeah, that's when they got pissed off at him. They're like chasing him and stuff.
Yeah. And see, that's another thing. That's another thing that could be offensive. Is like,
They're the only Asian people in the movie, right?
yeah, they're the only ones. And like, yep. So this is what happens. Like, he just runs it over, doesn't give a shit. And like, I don't know, man.
What is that guy's name who played the like smart guy on Harold Kumar Go to White Castle?
Smart guy.
Cal.
Yeah, the taller,
Cal.
skinny guy.
Yeah, he was Kumar, and
Okay.
he left acting to go like work in government.
Well, I remember in an interview he did before where they asked him about some of the stereotypes of Asian people, and that movie, especially, he says, "Hey, I was just happy to play something else besides a pizza delivery guy." So that was like really common in the 90s, the 2000s, it seemed.
Oh God.
I love those movies.
All right. Well, outside of the airport, this is where Santa Claus meets Ernest because he's hailed the taxi. And Ernest is ready to get the fuck out of there because those Asian people are really pissed off at him.
Ernest is on the run right now, so he's like
Yeah.
trying to get the fare while also trying to get the hell out of there.
Now, Santa Claus mentions that he needs to get to the Orlando Children's Museum. It turns out this was a science museum back at the time, and it's now a building used for like performance arts. Next time I go to Orlando, I'll try finding it.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
in
next time
Orla- I'm
we
in
go to
about once a
Orlando,
year.
we'll try and find it.
Yeah, when are you guys going back down?
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna make a really fast trip next month.
What?
Christopher's birthday.
All right, see ya.
Oh
Well, see, me and Kayla used to go.
Legoland.
We used to go to Key West in February, but I have a gig in Tampa October. But we're also talking about taking the parents to Disneyland or Disney World since they never fucking took us when we were kids, or the Universal Studios.
Hey,
Yeah, I think
they
we'll go
did
there.
their best. We were broke.
Man,
we were a broke ass family.
We weren't broke.
Me
It's
too.
just like we didn't take vacations outside of a 3-hour radius. I had never been out of the time zone until I was like 20. Yeah, 20 years old when I went to Nashville. That was my first time out of
Yeah, the
out of
first time I was
Asian-
out of the time zone, I went to boot camp.
Yeah.
First
And that was-
legitimate
that was
vacation I
Michigan,
ever
right?
went on was when we went
Illinois.
to
Oh,
Orlando.
Illinois. You're by Great Lakes, right?
Yep.
So that's Central Time, right?
It was negative
Yes.
23 degrees.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Is that where you like spit and it's like ice cube on top of the
Adam.
ground?
You didn't take that shot.
We had
That
someone
was part of it.
die while we were in boot camp.
Damn, what happened there?
Well, it was negative 23 degrees out. So everything was ice. And they weren't part of my division. But they when like their division was marching, they slipped and hit their head on a sewer grate.
Ugh.
And yeah, they pretty much died instantly. And like I cannot fucking imagine like a parent getting that call like, hey,
Yeah.
your son died.
Boot camp's not
in-
what you're worried about.
Yeah, in boot camp.
Yeah, not overseas.
You
like
know?
a forefront war zone, right?
Yeah, that was fucking crazy because like, they tried to keep it hush hush for like us
Mhm.
because like he wasn't part of my group, but at the same point, like he was going to graduate on the same day as us, and like they're like, oh hey, by the way, someone died while you were here. Like that's fucking crazy.
Have you ever noticed that Ben has stories about someone dying in some situation like every like 10 episodes?
It was a dark life.
Yeah.
A dark life I led.
He can usually come up with a story about somebody dying.
I mean, the first.
Back to Santa.
Yeah, we'll prepare brighter times. Oh, by the way, if anybody's noticing the Christmas presents, we're gonna open up our Christmas presents here shortly. Because I don't think I'm seeing Ben and Ashley on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, right?
I cannot hear you, baby.
I said, where would they have seen it?
They're on the
Oh,
floor.
wait, I do see.
Oh yeah, it's by our feet.
Yeah, we got the presents ready. All right.
We had to look at your camera
Uh-huh.
because ours looks like we're doing the high school announcements.
Oh, a funny thing. I filmed inside of a local middle school last year, and to do like the voiceover thing for one of the things I was doing, I got inside of their production booth they used for more announcements. Bet I swear the fucking video camera they had was from like 1993.
Did, did you get to? You had to stuff a VHS
yeah,
tape in the side of it.
it looked like it. I mean, that thing
I
was
love
old.
it.
And
Yeah,
was it
I
like
mean,
a boombox?
I mean, I think I have like a mini DV camera from like 2004 that I would donate to them when it comes time. But yeah, I was like, what the hell? This is like really outdated. But I remember back then, like, yeah, we had this piece of shit gear at school, but like we used to use what we could. The next scene here, we meet the two of my favorite characters in the Earth franchise, Bobby and Chuck.
Yeah, they are good. I love them too.
Yeah, Bobby is the old one who's more of like the deadpan guy who doesn't really say much. Kind of like they're kind of like Penn and Teller.
Yes.
Chuck is the heavyset guy who does most of the talking and has a lot of facial expressions. Here, they're moving boxes.
They're offloading the reindeer. That we don't know the reindeer yet.
Yeah, they don't know the reindeer, but they're trying to figure out the delivery date because the delivery date is Christmas Eve. Since yeah, tomorrow or Christmas Eve is technically the day they're in right now. Did you notice that he spit in a fucking can before he started drinking at that last scene?
No.
Yeah, yeah, that's the little things I noticed while I went back on this. Flashback to Ernest. He's with.
Hold on. Hold on. I love when like Bob is he's like trying to catch this box.
Yeah, and falls right on it.
It falls on him, and then Chuck goes over, tilts the box because it squished him, and said, "Hey Bob," breaks over and puts it back on him, knowing that it crushed him.
Yeah, that's good. In case anybody's noticing, I'm taking selfies for Instagram, instagram.com/whenever
We haven't posted in a while.
I need you guys to take this content. I'm busy with like 5 other social media sites right now.
We have
I'm
jobs.
busy with work.
Yeah, you know,
And a house.
my viral video on Facebook for my DJ page hit 2 million views.
Oh.
But, yeah, mostly in East Asia.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I got to put some focus on that right now. Hit it while it's hot. Yeah, another thing I would mention going in this next scene here. I didn't catch this before, but Santa Claus came to Orlando with no sunglasses. And Ernest said he has some extra ones. It gives like those 3D glasses or like those
I always
firework
keep a
ones.
spare in the glove box. Yeah.
He had some Happy Holiday sticker inside that glove box. I remember seeing that and sticking with me for that the years. I like how he's also looking back in the back seat, like really looking off, like is there rear rental? I mean, Ernest is the best driver. And if you haven't noticed already, Ernest sweats a lot in this movie. Like he is constantly sweating. And Jim Varney, where was he from? He's from South or like Kentucky or somewhere, right?
I don't know.
Here it is. Oh, he was from Kentucky. He died in Tennessee. I've been only driven through Kentucky, but I can imagine they probably filmed this movie in February, springtime. Probably not summer, but maybe he used that weather or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, but what? He died
2000.
Yeah, it was Toy Story 3. He did like Toy Story 3 and then he died or some shit.
Yeah,
like
it's very a sluggy dog in that. Film.
Yeah. It wasn't drug related, was it?
It was smoking.
It was
He
smoking.
died of lung cancer.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was drugs, but I mean, like, I knew it was something with heart shit.
Yeah, I'm on Wikipedia now. I remember this. Well, I mean, he was a heavy chain smoker, and apparently threw his cigarettes away when he was diagnosed with lung cancer, but it was a little too late at that point.
Yeah.
And ironically, he was an anti-smoking PSA back in the 80s.
Well, don't do what he did. You know, he's he was like don't be like me, even though it was hilarious. That motherfucker. God. Loved Jim Varney.
Yeah. And if have you seen his not Ernest stuff? Because apparently he was like a good stage actor in his day. I know he's mostly known for Ernest, but he was in Roseanne in a few episodes, playing like some really rich guy who develops a crush on Jackie.
You know, I think you're right.
Yeah, he was in that.
Well, I gotta say, I didn't watch Roseanne enough to like, dude, he's always gonna be fucking Ernest to me.
Oh,
he's never gonna be Slinky Dog.
It doesn't matter if he uses the accent or not. It doesn't matter if he makes the faces. I've never looked at him and him not been Ernest.
And you never
And
really
I was
watched
not
him.
even a fan.
Oh, and he's also in Three Ninjas Hiding in at Mega Mountain, which we gotta watch because that's one with Hulk Hogan.
Eric gave me a poster of that for Christmas one year.
He did.
He is a gentleman.
Thank you, Eric.
All right, moving along here. this is where the Christmas tree happens because Santa Claus is really open about his identity. He's like, "Oh yes, I'm Santa Claus," and then that's when Ernest gets stuck behind this really dangerous truck going down the interstate with these trees just like not tied down or anything.
Well, they're individually
It's like fucking Final Destination was my favorite horror
when the log
franchises.
slips
Yeah,
off. Yeah. Yes. So he causes like there had to be like 10 cars that get like rear-ended or like collision damage for him.
yeah.
He says, as you'll notice, I have my hazards on, and he's like driving in reverse on like the freeway.
Yeah, it's probably on Interstate like 4 or 10 down there, but yeah, I like how he just parks right in the middle of the fucking lane. if I was in real life, I would be like, okay, this person's probably on drugs or like they had a serious breakdown.
Yeah, I love when he throws the Christmas tree into the cab, like the the back passenger,
Yeah.
and breaks the glass out of the other
He's
side
like,
of it.
Now that made me laugh out loud. Yeah, when we get to Vert's house, I'll bring up some things there. But
Well, I just love when Santa Claus is like, I take it you really needed a tree, and he's like, no, I already had one, but I know somebody that might use one.
Oh, speaking of Christmas trees, so in my condo here, we have 3 fucking trees. Believe it or not, I have 15 square feet in this condo. At the beach, sometimes you run into ones like 500 square feet. It's basically your living closet. I saw a condo before, by the way, where you open the front door and there's the washer and dryer. Those feel homey, right?
Is the I thought you were gonna say
for
you
when
open
you're
the front
getting
door
your
and then there's
clothes
the back
nice and
door.
warm before you go.
Well, Kayla wanted. She has one tree for her Barbie collection, so that's in the bedroom. It's small, but we have a fake made in China tree in our living room that has like basically all kinds of shit orbits that we got over the years of various tacky stuff, and then our traditional tree, which is my first real tree I ever bought. And
It will be your last one.
it's not that bad. I mean,
Yeah. Then again, you can have tile out there, so
yeah, we're at the beach, so we got sand all over the fucking place.
so the pine needles aren't going to be a
Mhm.
pain in the ass. But I remember when mom and dad got a real pine tree, and then that shit was in the carpet for fucking months.
We have 2 fake trees, and I still clean up the pine needles for the entire year.
Well, I mean, some people make an event out of it. Like they go out there to some tree
these ones
farm and they
don't
get
hurt
their
my
hot
toes.
cocoa and like pick out a tree.
Nope.
You know where I got my tree from? The bait and tackle shop up the street. They had like 10 of them out there.
You got charged that bad at a bait and tackle shop?
Hey, it's authentic.
So are the $30 ones at Food Lion.
Yeah, I don't want. I know where this tree came from. It came from Delaware. Well, I'm 10 streets from Delaware, by the way. So they go up there for tax tree shopping.
What are the ones that you don't know where they come from? Like possibly counterfeit shady trees?
Well, like
or-
I remember our parents had this big ass fake tree for years. And I mean, it's fun, but I mean, I like things that are authentic, like our reeves are real. And my favorite is when you buy these fake pie cones at some of these craft
Have
shops.
we
like-
really been talking for an hour and a half already?
that's 28 minutes, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw the one up there.
Oh yeah, this will be a long episode otherwise.
It's gonna be a long episode any fucking way.
Oh yeah, I haven't been to your house for Christmas, by the way. I was supposed to go to that party you had yesterday, but yeah, I haven't been to your house this Christmas.
What the fuck happened?
You
We're
didn't invite me.
I would say we're always there, but that's
Bitch.
bullshit.
Bitch, yes you were.
Give
I
me,
don't
a
wanna-
give me a key then.
We were whoa. That is a whole
you ain't
different thing
moving
than
in,
an invite.
I mean, I can break in, but I know I'll be shot.
Understand this. Adam likes the beach scene. I'm in a cabin in the woods in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yep.
So we are literally complete fucking opposites.
Yeah, I mean, I'm especially when it comes to summertime. Like, we're gonna have a lot of tourists knocking on the window over there and shit. We're gonna cuss them out.
Oh, I almost freaked out. 2 guys just walked by the window a couple minutes ago. When you roll this tape back, you'll see my face when I notice them because I was.
That's who was talking.
Well, I haven't closed occasionally. I want to see the beach, but I have a friend in New York City who said that they were all in like a first floor apartment, and like the only window looked out the street. They said that was the most uncomfortable fucking thing ever. Like you're in New York City, and people in Manhattan are just like looking at you.
Actually, come to think of it, if people are on our Instagram, they're going to be able to tell that me and you are complete opposites because if we're posting shit from here, we already have the storyteller chair in my backyard, and there's trees all over the fucking place
And the bar and the.
in the bar.
Santa Claus mentioned that he's looking for Joe Carruthers, Uncle Joey, who had a show, and Ernest apparently knows this because he starts singing like the theme song. This guy hosts a children's show, is big on please and thank yous. Santa mentions that his show just got canceled, and he hopes he has some things in his heart because he's trying to recruit this guy to be the new Santa Claus.
Pause.
What?
3 words.
Right?
Please and thank you.
They never get old.
Oh, you guys have that
it was
memorized.
only, it was
always
only
stay
2
new.
words. And just goes in between
There's
because
3 little words, please and thank you.
Yeah, so,
Hey.
this is memorable.
I heard it. I was like, wait,
You see,
that's just 2 words.
oh, our friend John Young on his Bombs Way podcast just did this movie. I listened
Hi,
to it
John.
a few days ago, and Ben, he mentioned something that I catched when I saw this again was the fact that there's a theory that this may have been 2 different scripts at one point in time, where someone was doing kind of like a passing the torch Santa story, and then all of a sudden someone says, "Oh fuck, we need a new Ernest movie."
Throw a new Ernest up.
Yeah, how can
You know what?
And
Ernest
of
in this
course,
movie?
Ernest helped Santa.
John, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry, I haven't listened to it, but now that I know that he did do it, I'm gonna listen to it. And if you shit on this, because it's bombs away, so that's what he tries to do.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna send him a strongly worded letter telling him how fucking wrong he is.
Well, when I think about this theory, though, I mean, this movie could have worked without the whole Ernest and comedy bits in it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and it would have been a more lighthearted, like Hallmark kind of
Yeah.
film almost. But yeah, we get to how Ernest actually saves Christmas later on in the film. Because at this point, Ernest is basically just a goofy cab driver in the film. Then we meet Harmony Star, which I'll give John this. It sounds like a porn star name.
Oh, hey, I googled it, and apparently on I guess Twitter, she's an artist that is trans. Like, I mean, I don't know, like the trans thing is.
She's not trans. She just acted in a new movie. You might be looking at a different Harmony Star.
How many Harmony Stars are
That's the name of the
Honestly,
character, not the actress.
when you count
I know.
strippers and porn stars, there's probably a couple.
Her real name is Noelle Parker.
there? Yeah, or Pamela Trenton, whichever one you want to go with.
She was in Look Who's Talking, too.
Look
I haven't
Who's
seen that in a long
Talking
time.
to the baby movie.
Yeah, we do review that sometime. I haven't seen that since like 92, I think.
I would
Same.
rather do something completely different.
No, we'll get to it.
I'd rather do like Dunstan Checks In or
Did you say Dunstan?
yeah. What
Or Monkey Business.
or
There's
We're
no
doing
G.
any animal film from the 90s, which is usually pretty
blank
corny.
check.
I liked Blank Check.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, we just need to pick on the actual animal films in the 90s. I mean, Free Willy, I think we could actually bug a few things on.
Come on, there's like 40 Airbud movies.
Or-
we could keep this
I
shit
know.
going
See,
forever.
Airbud was like the new Ernest, but it was a dog. Because Slam Dunk Ernest and then the Airbud, he did football or basketball. You know, then he had a football one, probably a soccer one.
Well, Harmony Star is getting in trouble at this restaurant. She just walked out of a tab and she's making up some story. She mentioned that her brother does it all the time. She runs away and gets chased. Almost gets hit by Ernest in this taxi cab. And rather than stop the car, when she gets in, he just keeps on going.
Mm-mm. She says that the guy chasing her is her uncle, and
Yeah.
she steps on the gas.
Oh, she's still I guess?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that part. Well, I
yeah,
like
she
how,
said he keeps her captive and makes her like work like a slave.
there was a Salvation Army Santa Claus there.
Yeah.
In that scene, I saw some random product placement in this movie. The big pens. I don't know if you want to count Salvation Army. Ryder moving trucks is in there later.
Yep.
Coca-Cola definitely.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
you know what I'm really surprised was not in this movie. This was distributed or produced by Touchstone Pictures, which is a Disney company. Takes place in Orlando, and we didn't see anything Disney in this film.
You're right.
Yeah, I was surprised about that. And this is pretty like when Disney bought at ABC,
Yeah, they didn't even.
and
They didn't
every
even
single
promote.
'90s film have the characters go to Disneyland.
Yeah, they didn't promote.
Oh, well.
They didn't promote any of that because it was like Diamond Studios was like what they called the place where they were filming.
Now, Ben, in California, did you ever go to Disneyland?
We went near there because
That's in Anaheim, right?
Ryan's wedding
Okay.
Florida.
was Ryan's wedding was
At
on
Shades of Green.
Shades
It's
of
the
Green.
military, like, resort at Disney.
Yeah. So we went to Disney, but we went there for a wedding, not for
No, he asked when you were in California.
when I was in California.
Yeah.
Not Florida.
Florida.
That's Disney World. Because I
Yeah,
keep saying
land is
Disneyland for Florida, but that's what I'm most familiar with because we're East Coast.
Yeah, no. I didn't go really anywhere in California. The only place I went to was Universal.
and a
Um
couple liquor stores.
couple liquor stores, but for John Young's birthday, when he first moved out there, um see, I was stationed an hour north of LA. And when I was dating the porn star,
Oh yeah, we haven't got that story yet.
uh
With Ben made this porn star they dated.
so when I was dating her, um John was like, "Hey, can you come down for my birthday? Like I know n- no one, you know." I was like, "Yeah, man, no problem." So we went to Universal and like we ended up eating it like I don't think it was bubble gum, but it was like there was a bubble gum around there. And Katie and her friend, who was also a porn star, came and like John was like, "This is the best.
Birthday
This is the best birthday
ever.
ever." And we ended up going back to their place, and well, nothing sexual happened, but
Well, yeah, who
John
wants to work off the
John had a
fake
good time. I'm
clock?
not gonna put him out on what all else went down, but John had a good time. So so yeah.
So long story short, Disney or Universal going to equal porn star dating, right?
Eh, it's California.
Of course.
It's California.
After dropping Santa Claus off at the Children's Museum, Ernest says it's $32.50 for the cab ride, and Santa Claus goes in Mr. Funtime money, which I'm assuming is a fictional company.
Yeah, it's like
It's
Monopoly
gotta be,
money.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. He says that he accidentally gave a 5-year-old the real money instead and somehow got it misplaced. Ernest has a change of heart and says, "Oh,
It's on the
yeah,
house.
yeah." He didn't charge the guy at the airport either. I don't think he took out his wallet.
No,
So I
yeah,
was
no.
shocked. So no wonder this guy gets fired. I like how Harmony Star does that da dum dum jingle.
Mm-hmm.
That was on like Tums or something back then in the early
Mm-hmm.
late 80s, early 90s, right? Every time somebody gets in trouble. I don't hear it too much anymore. Ernest says there's a failure to accumulate, and in the museum we find our other character named Joe who's giving a puppet show about dinosaurs. This older woman working here, her name is Billy Burr. She's playing a character called Mary. She was also in Jury Duty by Pauly Shore.
Christ.
Yeah, remember the old lady?
Yes.
Yeah, she's deceased now, but she was in a lot of like late 80s, early 90s stuff.
Oh man.
I like how this agent comes out. His name is Marty, and just throws the keys to like a postal worker. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Park in the shade.
How would you mistake that for real life? Oh, here's a story for you. I had a gig at a hotel here a few weeks ago, and like, I don't have any gear around me. I've loaded it all in. I'm just in the lobby, like hanging out, and this like really well-to-do couple that are a little bit older just walk in and like look at me like I'm working there. I don't have a fucking uniform on. I'm wearing a fucking hoodie. They're like, where we park? You guys live in LA? I was like, well, if you want to pay me $20, I can park a car real quick. It's like pouring down rain and stuff. So I think people just out of town just sometimes get a little confused about that. What's going on there?
I cough.
That's why it's cold.
Okay, it's cold. It'll be okay.
Best having more function out there. The agent comes in and says he has good news about a new holiday film. That the last actor was injured and now it's just time to come in there. He has an interview in a couple hours. Hey, this shit works pretty fast. These guys don't play around down there in Orlando. They're ready to work everything near Christmas.
Okay, but here I was gonna wait until later to do this, So they're filming a Christmas movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Called
Christmas Sleigh.
Christmas Sleigh. And his audition is on Christmas Eve.
Christmas. Well, he has a reading on Christmas Eve. They start filming the next day though, which I thought was a little pretty odd.
Yeah. Well, you know what else is odd? When the fuck is this movie supposed to come out?
The following.
Okay, so yeah, so next year, because like, there's no fucking way in hell that you're gonna be able to do all this and then get it edited and then like print it.
Unless they're doing like a live production, like in Scrooge, where they're having that live Tiny Tim thing going on with Chris Carroll.
Yeah, but there's no fucking way. So like that was one of my like things that I had as a point in my head. Like, hold on, when the fuck is this movie supposed to come out? Because like, okay, yeah, you're gonna film it on Christmas Eve. All right, you're gonna have retakes in Christmas Day. Like, so it'll come out June.
Well, at this point in the film, Santa Claus is trying to talk Joe and to saying that he's gonna carry the torch, and Marty just interrupts him. I like how he calls him Mr. Santos.
Yeah. Mr. Santos.
Yeah, that was a good touch. He runs after the sack, but Ernest is gone. And at the cab agency, Ernest is getting chewed out by his manager. He gets fired because he keeps giving out free rides and he's driving like a maniac. Harmony is still in the car at that point. I was surprised the manager said, "Oh, you just picked up a teenage girl." So, yeah, Harmony's like, just forget him. Ernest says if children weren't present, it would have been ugly. I guess that's her.
Yeah, right.
And I like how the boss just up and throws his fucking Christmas bag at him.
And the tree.
Yeah. That's the point where it's like sweating even more. We're then transported back to the airport with Chuck and Bobby. I laughed at this fucking scene where they're wondering what's the box is making noise. So you see the Hulk puts on the box and he does like really
sprays it with the fire extinguisher.
Well, I can't do that high pitched laugh he does. Yes, that sounded like Jordy made a hook man.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably where he got it.
Yeah. You see, it's little things like that that make this film funny. I mean, you don't have to be over top and try to make jokes every minute, but there's like little things add up.
Mm-hmm.
And I will credit the editing on this film and how it goes back and forth between.
There were scenes put in that were only like 15 seconds long, and it was a cutaway. Like it was a brand new scene, brand new people in the scene, and what they did in that 15 seconds was funny.
Well, do you remember the TV show?
No.
Because the TV show was like that. I mean, they would just do these little bits. I mean, it's kind of like you can't do that on television, where it's just like these one-liners, like back and forth together. And I kind of miss that style of comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, now everything has to be no music and just kind of handheld camera, like some things are today.
Yeah. So, what when I think I'm jumping ahead, but when they start walking on the roof. Like on the ceiling of the hangar?
Yeah, that's later on.
Okay.
We see these reindeer scenes like probably every 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. Well, they keep reminding you, like, something's up here.
Yeah. Well, Santa Claus is talking with Joe, and this is a scene that I forgot about, and there's little details here. He's talking about the lost cab, has back still in the cab, and they got to try to track down Ernest. And Santa Claus mentions that he lost contact or tracking Ernest when he was 11, and that Ernest actually grew up with Vern. And that was a detail I never knew before. I didn't know that they're apparently childhood friends, but maybe something was
I think he grew up with a guy named Vern.
Yeah, and you never see Vern anywhere.
No, it's always the camera.
Yeah, I think that adds a lot of touch. You know, I can't remember in the TV show. I think Vern talks like once. I can't remember exactly though. We need to watch the TV show sometime.
That is one of my favorite scenes when he goes over to Vern's house.
We'll get there soon.
Oh my god!
And you notice how Marty's looking all Miami Vice here with the fucking rolled up blazer. I used to, that look kind of came back in the mid 2000s that I rocked, but it wasn't as like rolled up sleeves. Do you remember when I used to wear like t-shirts and blazers?
You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very like mid 2000s thing.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, I need to bring it back. I got like all these blazers I don't wear anymore.
I got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles He-Man hybrid going on.
Yeah, Ben's always on point with these retro T-shirts. I need to get back on the game with that.
Oh boy, just fucking wait because I got some good stuff coming, and I'm gonna reach out to Rip T one more fucking time, right? Because this is a Rip T-shirt. Uh, I'm trying to get us a code for us to be able to save some money for like the people that actually want shit like this. But they never seem to respond to me. So I'm
Hey,
gonna
just
reach out to them one more time, then I'm gonna shit fucking all over
hey,
'em.
Ben, I have a new assistant. And she's really good. So, yeah, let me know and I'll have her take care of it.
Okay, have her take care of it then.
I mean, we're contacting like people all the time, so we'll get on it.
Okay, cool.
Now, apparently Joe blew the appointment, and Joe gets kind of more sincere about Santa Claus trying to tell him that he's gonna be passing it on to him. Marty says they have to go to the studio though, and that he'll help Mr. Santos. Transport back to Ernest. He pulls up. This is the scene here, Ben. I noticed a goof here though. He's pulling into Vern's house with his Christmas tree for some reason, and there's a voice recording. If you look at Ernest in the truck, his lips aren't moving.
Oh,
So yes, that was a post up there, but he's going on about how he's apparently really good friends with Vern.
and everything that Vern knows about nuclear physics he learned from Ernest.
Yeah, and then they start talking about food, which is no mistake here, because Harmony says she hates red meat. Ernest mentions pork as his favorite. I'm not sure that was a tie-in with one of the commercials that he did, but he comes with the tree, and the door slams in his face immediately. Well, what does he say there to Harmony?
He said, "Oh, he's kidding. He'll do anything for a laugh." Yeah.
Yeah, well, then he busted the fucking door down again and just starts dragging this fucking Christmas tree through the walls and shit, destroy stuff. I like, yeah, this scene is better than Christmas Vacation, I think, because he puts that Christmas tree up in the space that was obviously way too small for him.
Yeah, you hear it creaking and all that other shit.
Yeah, he finds his punch bowl. Jokes at it says superb. Christmas tree is supposed to punch, hits him.
But here's another goof. Harmony, aka Pamela Trenton, says, she said like that stuff about red meat, but when she's in there, she said, "Are those little bacon cheeseburgers?"
Mm-hmm. She
Yeah.
don't know who she is yet.
Yeah, so is that a
So
plot hole? Because IMDb said that.
yeah, so someone that doesn't like red meat would be all fucking over that. Like, oh yeah, no, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, that's something that script writer should have definitely been on. And this was directed by the John Kerry guy who's did like every other Ernest movie. They worked together on a lot of things. I'm surprised no one caught up in that fact. Meanwhile, Santa apparently is taken to jail pretty easily. I think Santa said he's like delusional. Santa Claus is dressed like a three-piece suit. It looks nice. It doesn't look like these homeless guys with like toboggan on and
Yeah, but they seem to think that he's like this homeless transient dude,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
this is back at Vern's spot. Ernest is destroy War spot. This scene right here is classic. where
What the fuck is he even doing in this scene?
he's pulling some electric cord.
Yeah, but see that they never say like why. You know, he just starts tugging on this electrical cord, and he starts to pull the wiring out of the fucking wall.
Well, I like how the wire also goes up the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that scene made me laugh as a kid.
Makes me
can't-
laugh to this
You
day.
can't help but laugh at this fucking scene here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's like, what the hell is he doing? And also, you notice the camera work there. It's like it's as far as body, pretty much, because it's a lot more shakier and stuff. I've assumed this. I don't know how these people kept a straight face to the set. And later
They
on,
probably didn't.
yeah, there's scene also with Ernest the Christmas bag where you can't help but fucking laugh at this shit. I mean, this is the classic character here. At the police station, Santa Claus is getting his fingerprint, and when he has that mugshot done, by the way, it says clearly 1988, so that does take place in the time this movie came out. His fingerprints are snowflakes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a nice touch.
Yep. At the script reading, Joe's doing a script reading with the kids. There's Coke products in their hands, and he's pretty charming with the kids. The director is using some kind of like viewfinder thing. I forget what the thing is called, but it is something used in filmmaking. His assistant seems to notice the chemistry, like keeps feeding all things to this director. I found it odd though that this is the next day, but I believe
Mm-hmm.
the shooting test on Christmas Eve. Uh, Joe asks about the old guy to Marty, but he kind of brushes off and says things are moving fast.
He said it
Meanwhile,
was taken care of.
yeah. Meanwhile, at Ver's spot, like you see, Ernest has pulled off the electric place through like actual paintings and stuff on the walls.
Yeah, and now it's connected to the chandelier.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell did electricity in this house, but I had a few drinks for him.
So what you know what you need? Bolt cutters. And then he lets go of the wire and the
Yeah.
chandelier drops on all the food.
That's funny. I wonder what I think Ver was about to have a Christmas party. Something just irritating.
And you know, this is the part where Ernest, like, I guess even Ernest had his doubts on like Santa Claus being Santa Claus. Because he goes out to the truck and looks in the bag, and it's like that effect of like Pulp Fiction where you open the bag and there's this glowing like light, and all he says is he's him. Like
Yeah, I wonder what the hell was in that damn bag.
it's the magic of Christmas.
See, I think Ernest is just one of those people that even though he kind of doubted it a little bit, he wasn't going to call him out or be rude because he kind of just accepts anybody at anything.
He wanted to believe.
Now, what do you think was in that bag?
It's
Because they never show it.
it's the magic.
But I was wondering, like, is there a fairy dust land in there? Because I always assume, like,
when
you hear laughter and stuff, you hear people's voices inside in that bag.
It's the magic of Christmas. He reaches in,
okay,
and he'll pull out the orb.
I thought it was like some kind of like North Pole thing with like Santa Claus in the elf shop or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. At the airport, the reindeer have now escaped from the boxes at the airport. They're all over the place. And Bobby and Chuck are still wondering what the hell they are. They say goats or aliens.
What does he say?
They haven't found that sign, that box that says reindeer.
He says like Latvian goats or some shit like that.
Wait, how you spell that? Vatlian?
It's like VATALIAN.
Vatlian.
Vatlian goats. But anyway,
when was it go that came up here? Yeah, I had a script up here. Okay, I'm gonna bring the script back up.
But yeah, that's when they start coming up. Like they like zoom up, and now their hooves are on like the ceiling of the hangar. And then there's like a little later, there's a little bit. It's like a little like 10-15 second bit where Chuck says better safe than sorry, and he just puts this umbrella over him and Bob's heads.
That was funny. I didn't catch that before. Another thing they did is Vatlian goats. Yeah, I forgot the part where they were talking like, is that a V or an M? Because they keep saying elms, and it's supposed to be elves because the elves are going to show up later. So that's the Vatlian goat. I think they produce milk or something like that.
They all produce milk.
Yeah. All right. So this is my favorite part here, or one of them. It's definitely the most memorable, where Ernest at the outside of the Children's Museum starts going through Santa's sack here and pulling out random objects. Because you can't help but fucking laugh at this scene. he first pulls out like some like plastic flamingo.
Yes.
That's popular in Florida. I hate those fucking things, by the way. Kayla wanted that. She had this flamingo bedspread once. I was like, I'm not gonna fuck on this. And it's like shit. I was like, and by the way, have you noticed the fucking painting on that wall that looks like something you see in a hotel room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this like made in China beach shit. I like nautical, like real sea captain stuff.
Oh.
Well,
What do you think, Ashley?
Maybe I think you should open your presents.
I think we'll just see what's.
See, this is part here because they're pulling out presents.
We'll see what Santa brought.
All right. Well,
Santa being me.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go Instagram live right now for
Us.
people. All right.
Yeah. Well, us. my cat jacket.
So it's going to be a little hard for me
Oh,
to do this while talking on the mic because I only have so much room here.
Why are you going live when we're in the middle of a podcast?
This case, hey Ashley, I need to borrow your mic because yours is you have more wire in yours.
Okay.
Oh, it's been forever since I did this. How do I do this?
Oh fuck! I see this going real bad.
I want to see now.
Did we announce that we were going live, or are we just going live?
We're just going live.
Oh, so you're pulling at me.
How do I flip the camera around? Right there. All right, ready? Ashley, put your mic. All right, so we're on Instagram live. Shit, no, that's the picture. How do I go live? Oh, there we go.
Oh shit!
All right, welcome everybody. We're now recording a review episode of Ernest Saves Christmas. We got the cameras going and everything. We got the hoopty. There's Ashley. There's Ben. And it's time for these presents here. So who's first? Who's playing Santa Claus?
Wait. Oh, we're doing it right now.
Yeah, that's why I want to go live.
Well, you had 3 presents, Adam.
Oh, great.
We have 3 presents for you.
All right, give me one of them.
Okay. So, do you want which one?
What is this? All right. Do the live camera for me.
Okay.
If it's on right now. All right, so I got this present
Okay,
here.
so
It's got a little
that's
top.
probably the
Alright.
best one.
All right. Shit, why you give this first then?
You picked it.
No, Ashley, put her foot over there. And stuff.
Oh well, this is
Alright.
the best one. All the rest are going to be subpar to this.
All right, I got some Scotch tape up here. Get this tube. All right, go.
Shouldn't we record this on the actual podcast?
We're still live right now.
I know, but shouldn't there be a camera on you?
There. Yeah, I got that one back there still going.
Okay.
All right, so I'm opening this up. Oh my god. All right, so I apparently I forgot his name, but he's from Ghostbusters too.
Vigo the Carpathian.
Great. I'm sure Kayla's gonna want to see this every morning she wakes up, right?
Well, no, we thought it would
Yeah,
be
now you
great,
can take
but
down your
here.
fucking you can take down your hotel bullshit that's behind us and put up Vigo the Carpathian from Ghostbusters 2.
If that doesn't
Oh, yeah.
inspire hard work.
All right. Well, you got a frame for this?
No.
Any frame.
Well, I figured
Lobby.
any frame that I would get
All right.
you would hate.
That's true.
All right, so Ben, here's your present.
Okay.
Make sure you put it in front of the camera. Hey, Ashley, do we have any viewers?
One.
All right, cool. We're opening up Christmas presents right now on the
Okay.
podcast. Ben's
right.
gonna love this gift.
Something tells me it's gonna be Attack on Fireball Island, because if not, little box of
Yeah, I think you guys have Pogs in there. You got the fucking bottle opener.
You got a knife?
Yeah, somewhere. I'm unprepared right now. It's opening up. Yeah, I got Ben this little 90s Nick thing. Rocco's Modern Life is on there. I think Clarissa maybe.
Let's see what we got.
Rugrats.
All right, we got pins. We got Reptar. Oh man, there's a shit ton of pins.
Yeah, you ready to get that leather jacket out there?
Okay, so we got Ren and Stimpy, we got Rocco, we got Cat Dog, we got Angelica,
Nice.
we got Reptar, we got what's her name from Nigel Thornberry's?
I don't know. That's after my
Eliza
time.
Thornberry, Chucky, we got Arnold, we got what's her name from All Real Monsters?
After my time.
And then we got the Angry Beavers.
So is this all pens? Is there Pogs in there?
They're pins.
Okay.
Then
Well, Merry Christmas.
we have a Chucky Finster patch.
Yes.
We have a cat dog magnet. It's
Lift it up, Ben.
It's
You
a
got a camera.
it's a couple magnets actually. Rocco magnet. We got a hair on magnet and a cat dog magnet. There were no Pogs, but
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Ashley, it's your
Christmas.
turn. I think that's yours because I couldn't find those fucking labels tonight. Yeah. Again, thanks for everybody. We are doing a Christmas exchange right now. Saw Jack Bay was in here.
Exactly.
And pipes. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I got a bunch of glitter on me as well. I think
Oh,
Kale's
God,
the
don't
expert
even-
rapper over there as well.
Yeah.
Very hefty or secret spectrum.
I would not argue with either.
Oh yeah, I have your microphone right now.
That just means you can't yell at me about where I'm talking.
Excellent.
There we go.
There's glitter all over the table. Oh, look at that.
Hold it up.
Honeydukes.
What is it?
Honeydukes.
Oh yeah, I just saw Harry Potter or something. so
It's their sweet time.
so you have another present. It actually didn't fucking come in on time. Amazon said it was going to be a
First world problems.
Oh shit! Wait, that was supposed to go in your stocking. Where you guys supposed to bring your stockings over? I was gonna fill those things up.
We forgot the stocking.
Well, there's already shit in them anyway.
Can I just say first world problems smells really good?
Excellent. All right, what is next?
You're
Nay, all right.
next.
Here. Birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday,
Jesus.
Jesus.
no label on any of these.
Well, yeah, well,
That's 'cause
It's
Ben
fine.
does that.
Oh, movie storyboards. Cool. So this means we're making Pumpkin 3, right?
oh God. It's a little soon.
Oh, that's be a cool coffee table, Buck. Thank you.
Yep. And now you have one more.
Wait, where's your stocking stuffers?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you had a sip. All right,
Fuck, I don't know.
No sip for you.
Oops.
Now this one got a little fucked up in transit.
True.
Well, I can see it's Bob Ross. I can't get this paper off. I think it's a Bob Ross.
Hey Ben, what's going on, bud?
Yeah.
Bob Ross Pez dispenser.
All right, well, we had a good Christmas here at Where FA Dark. Actually, just decorating the mic stand here. All right, so the last present is Ben's.
Oh fuck.
Here,
See?
give my phone.
Oh shit. I might have been a little early.
Come on, man, you gotta open this thing up. Yeah.
Oh God, if this is Fireball Island, we're playing it on one of the podcasts. Oh my God, it's Fireball Island.
Yeah, bad guys Christmas wish come true here.
Oh fuck yeah.
And I didn't have to go on eBay either and fucking spend $150 on
Dude.
originals.
We're playing it. We are playing Fireball Island.
Yeah, we'll make a drinking game out of it.
Fuck
How about
yeah. We gotta get Eric too,
that? All right.
because Eric had the original Fireball Island. So we are gonna play fucking Fireball Island.
So smart.
What a fucking great Christmas.
Cheers.
I got my hands full. Excellent. Well, thanks everybody for joining into our Instagram live. Jeez, I'm gonna do mine as well. We're back to recording. We have Ernest Saves Christmas review coming out on Tuesday.
Yes,
Christmas.
we are doing it right now, as you can see. And I look like I should be reporting on the news with this fucking kitty cat jacket.
Yeah, and also look what we have up there on this bitch.
Yeah, and this one's
That's the
done.
only way to do it.
Get it out of here.
Oh, a style.
Right.
All right, we just exchanged gifts.
Motherfucking Fireball Island? What?
The other,
I got a bow.
do people still give gag gifts like that fucking stupid singing bass fish? Like, cause that's one of the
The
things
big
that
mouth
Ernest,
bass.
yeah,
Big
Ernest
mouth
pulls
Billy
that
bass.
out. What was that damn like? It was some hybrid like rabbit with antlers that used to be popular in the 90s. You remember that
The,
thing? Jackalope? I think
Yes,
it's called.
Yeah.
Jackalope. It
Yeah.
was from like America's Funniest Home Videos or something.
You know, I'm surprised I haven't seen that like a lot of more thrift stores. I think
But-
people just throw it away or something.
There's one thing that Ernest pulls out of that sack that looks just like a decoration. It's a nutcracker.
Now it's funny though because he's making the fuck
Well,
the face with it.
not the actual nutcracker, but there's another one where it has a nutcracker and like a rocking horse on it.
Oh yeah,
and it's just a piece of plastic that he's doing this with. And I think like that's one of like the last things until he pulls out that bird.
that was some good gags though. I mean, he has some good facial expressions, which is due for. He's also sweating like crazy.
It's fucking
Yeah,
Orlando.
it's like 80
uh,
degrees out there right now.
yeah, I haven't been down there in the summertime.
I was there in
Uh,
February and I went to the pool, so I get it.
mhm. Santa Claus in prison or jail keeps saying he's Santa. They think he's homeless. They ask his age. He's like 100 and
50 something.
yeah. He gets put in this jail cell, which looks like it's like inhabited like full time. Like these people have like calendars on the wall. There's a Confederate flag. It looks like this type of jail I thought was supposed to be just for overnight or the holding cell. It's not like one that people were actually in custody in.
Yeah.
Decorating.
Well, Bounce Prison Guard, you can tell you.
Eh, well,
Did any prisoners have like some awkward decorations of themselves?
here's the thing. When it came to like what Santa was in there for, that is like that's kind of like county jail. Okay? So jail isn't prison. Prison is like your ass is there for like the long haul. Jail, I think there's like a certain amount of years that like you're in for you to be in jail, you know? So for me being like me working in a prison, yeah, they had fucking like half naked women or just fully naked women. The porno magazine that they got was called Butt Man.
Buttman?
Butt Man is just a bunch of gaping assholes. There's even a target. The centerfold has a target in the asshole. I wonder what they're shooting at it.
Yeah.
Never quite
You can't guess that one, right?
Never quite put that one together.
Oh, so that all takes place pretty much today, December 23rd. The next day, we have the thing come up where it's Christmas Eve at 7 a.m. Ernest is up early. His mailbox says Ernest. I don't know if he ever says his full name in this movie because he's usually like Ernest P. Worrell.
What does the
And
P stand for? Do we know?
It's said in one of them. I forget what it is, but
Okay.
it's probably Ernest Goes to Jail one, which we need to do at some point
Okay.
because I think that one is like the third best. I put it above Ernest Goes to Camp.
Really?
Yeah, there's some good gags that Ernest Goes to Jail.
It's been a long time since I've seen Ernest Goes to Jail, but I mean, Ernest Goes to Camp, I can remember pretty
Mhm.
vividly. Ernest Goes Stupid, obviously, and then Ernest Saves Christmas.
Well,
So
Ernest Rise Again.
I don't even fucking remember that one.
I remember parts of it, but not everything. It was a different vibe, definitely.
Yeah.
She admits that she's not much of a morning person, and Ernest goes on this Santa Claus theory about growing up. And judging by the decor in his place, he's definitely like native Florida because there's a bunch of fishing stuff. It's not like here in Maryland where we're about crabs and
Yeah.
oysters and stuff like that. Fishing is big, but
You kind of got like a Pee Wee's Big Adventure
yeah.
vibe from
Uh,
like his kitchen.
And you see his house in Ernest Goes to Jail, and it's completely different
Y-
because he dates that woman in Ernest Goes to Jail. Remember?
well, okay, here's my thing. Uh so where exactly do all these movies take place? Are they all in Florida?
I don't. Well, Ernest Scared Stupid is in the Midwest. I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was more Illinois area.
So yeah. So he moved to Florida. Like, okay,
There's some continuity issues.
Ernest Goes to Camp, I would think would be like Arizona, Nevada type of shit. But I mean, like, you never like this one is clearly in Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I mean, he has a bunch of like bass fishers and stuff. Because I wonder what Ernest's job is. Because he just got fired from taxi driver. So was he like a commercial fisherman or something like that before?
maybe he was just a hobbyist.
No, maybe. Well, it's established here that Harmony is a non-believer in Santa Claus. She doesn't want to have anything to do with it. That's when we are transported to Bob and Chucky, who find that reindeer on wood, which does confirm their suspicions. And Santa Claus in jail. This is a great scene here. Santa Claus is conducting Christmas carols inside the jail cell, and some of these guys look like they just came off the set of like the Warriors in New York City or something
Yeah,
like that.
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rough look of dudes here, but they're doing 12 days of Christmas. I like the like some guy down the wall
The
is up.
guy in solitary
Yeah,
is singing the Partridge in a Pear
yeah.
Tree.
The rest of it is clap. That was a good scene there. Okay, that was
That was a
entertaining.
good scene.
Yeah. Ernest goes back to the museum because he's trying to return the sack, and Mary admits that Santa Claus went to jail. And Harmony up and just starts making wishes with the sack. She's trying to get like $1 million in small unmarked bills. I remember that scene.
Yeah.
Uh, the police station is like really busy on Christmas. There's a lot of people getting booked. There's like habitual shoplifters there, what appear to be drug addicts, maybe.
Yeah, that's not how that shit works. Like, you don't have the people in cuffs walking by your fucking workstation like when they're getting booked.
Yeah, I remember that was in Family Matters as well because Carl was a police officer. You saw that constantly. Was that
Mhm.
thing in the 80s or something?
Yeah, that's not how it goes down.
What do you see now?
That it's just not how it works. Like, those are two separate places. That's the thing.
When you're getting arrested, you're taken in a back door. When you're getting arrested, you're taken in a back door. They don't walk you through the office area of the police station.
Okay. Because around here we have a bunch of small police stations, and every time I see them, like, there's no way they could even walk through there because it's just like a small hallway. Yeah, they would have to take them in the back.
There was one
Yeah, they
scene
take you straight in the back.
There's one scene where a female officer is dragging a guy by like his tie. Like, he's not even I don't even think he's cuffed or he's cuffed. She's just dragging him by his neck. Like, if you look back and you watch this, like, that's a thing that happens. Like, there's other ones where like a guy's like fighting and two guys are like lifting him up and taking him. But there's one where a fucking female officer is like dragging him by his like necktie.
Well, in order to bust Santa out of jail,
I do love this scene.
yeah, Ernest poses as an inspector, basically, and I can't remember his name, but he's with the governor's daughter who's doing a school report apparently on Christmas Eve.
On how government really works.
Yeah, and she's dressed like some jailbait schoolgirl here.
Yes.
They mentioned their task force. This is a surprise inspection. He says it's sent by Governor Ellington. I looked it up. Governor Ellington in Florida did not exist in the 80s, but that was a previous governor in Florida State. You know, I did my research.
There you go.
He says he wants to see the most recent offenders, and that's when they just take this jailbait girl to the jail cell. These guys, they meet Santa Claus, and the basic question of they say that Santa Claus should be in solitary confinement, like a padded cell for
Yeah,
him.
he should be in a mental institution rather than in prison.
Hmm.
And that's how Ernest gets him out. Is he's like, I'm taking him.
You know what? You're right.
Yep. And she's like, what would Uncle Ellington think of this? Oh, don't tell him.
Yeah, well, in the Ernest TV show, like Ernest played a lot of different characters. We see like Aunt Elda, I think her name is.
Oh, God, I
later
love-
on. That was funny.
I love when he dresses up as her.
Now, the other one is, I don't think the Snake Handler was a pop one they did,
No.
but there's another one in Ernest Scare Stupid that was like on the TV show as well.
Well, he has the Ottoman.
Uh-huh.
He has
Annie Nelda is her name.
yes.
Now, see, I remember her
He
clearly
said-
in my head.
He said, "Oh, when you have two children, one good and one bad, and wouldn't you know it, the good one died." Like,
Yeah, that delivery was perfect. Well, my favorite scene with that character is definitely when Ernest goes to jail. When he's breaking out of jail, sir, like the ball of chase comes down from under the dress. I think it's something about hemorrhoids. Yeah, when they first break Santa out of jail, Harmony is still questioning, and that's when Santa Claus calls her bluff and calls her by her real name of Pamela. He says he took her position from some German guy in 1889 and that the magic of Santa Claus wears off, which is why he needs to pass the torch to Joe. And he has to 7 p.m. to do so. I think they should have used more of the timing aspect because they only show the time twice in this fucking movie. One at the beginning and two when it's like 7 a.m. the
The
next day.
next day,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's never Christmas Day in this movie. This movie ends like 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve.
Well, yeah, I mean, you already
so they
know.
can get to their Christmas
Yeah,
show.
you already know what's
Mhm.
going to happen because he has to leave Miami by 7 o'clock to make all the rounds.
Well, when Annie Nelly comes in, the superior town agency, she mentions that Marty is the son, who's the bad. Basically, she's talking. She says she walked all the way from the airport. Have you guys been to Orlando International?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I remember like have to drive rail across
Is that
it 'cause you
not
can't
the
sit.
most 70s airport you've ever seen?
You know, it's a lot easier to BWI in Baltimore. I can tell you that.
Easier, yes, but
Yeah.
it's just because it ain't been updated.
Yeah, I don't like flying at all, so I just drive to Florida. It's like a 17, 19-hour drive, but we
See,
can make it.
I love flying, but shit, the first flight I was ever on was to boot camp. Like I had never been on a flight past then, and now I've been on close to like 60 flights.
Jesus. Yeah, I think I've only been like 4. My last one was in like a 4-seater, like private plane.
Oh, the prop planes suck.
Well, that plane was so old; it had fucking ashtrays inside of it. People were
was
smoking
on one
that back in
like
the
that.
60s. But I heard you could buy one of those things for like 8, 10 grand. It's like a used car. Just you need a
Christ.
pilot's license.
Hmm.
So something I'm looking to.
I'm colorblind, so I can't do it anyway.
Because you can't tell the horizon. Like the
I
water
don't
from the
know what
sky.
I don't know what their logic is behind it.
Well, Santa Claus is digging into Pamela or Harmony's. For some reason, she want to change her name. Her personal life. She tries to claim she's 22, but in reality, she's what, like 14, 15?
I don't know.
Maybe 16. Santa Claus says that her parents have some issues. Like he knows all her personal stuff.
Yes.
Back at the studio, Joe's in this makeup chair and pretty concerned about this script. And Santa Claus knows he has to find Joe at the studio. Back at the airport, Chuck and Bobby. That's the umbrella scene, Ben. That's only 8 seconds, but that was fucking funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's little things like that. And Ernest goes to camp. Bobby's not in that movie. It's just Chuck and some other weird guy with that.
Yeah.
Wagon.
When they're making they're throwing ingredients in this fucking machine to make like what was it? It was like lobster pot pie. So like he throws a lobster in there, he throws a pot in there, and then he throws like a pie in there, and then like that's supposed to magically make lobster pot pie.
Mhm.
Like, and then it like launches just bullshit out. Like
Now
pasta.
And I don't think Chuck's in Ernest Gets Too. It's that other guy when they have that cassava shop. Because
No. They're both there.
no, it's a different actor.
No.
It is.
Okay.
You know, about $5.
No.
All right.
I mean, I have $5, but I'm not gonna bet you.
Well, that's the one I was laughing at so hard. Like he's like weighing stuff and like putting it in his hand. It says like 3 pounds.
Yeah.
I guess shit. Like that's a good scene. I mean, whoever wrote this like knew that kind of comedy. Just like short, good things. Now this is when Ernest comes in as this snake wrangler, a person, and I like how his advertisement on his truck are those fucking stupid, cheap ass stickers you get from like hardware stores. I've seen people drive their other business. I'm like, seriously, you can't spend $100 to get like a graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
You have to spend like $1.50 for a letter.
Yeah.
Although there's a hotel in our hometown where the room numbers are written with a Sharpie. Yeah. Oh, I'll share some more stuff from hotels later on. That's after this recording is over, by the way. Just remind me.
Okay.
All right. Now, the snake wrangler guy, he's playing the character of like some Florida, like down home, like Everglades style of
Mhm.
alligator and snakes. Santa Claus is underneath the back of the truck, like with a little rattle and some hoses, it looks like.
Yeah.
And this scene here, he takes off his hat. That's the only time you see Ernest with his hat on in this movie.
That's true.
Oh wait, the fucking
Oh yeah.
when he's
the inspector.
the slick back, yeah.
He's gonna yell at you so bad about the shaking of these.
I know.
cameras.
Well, I hit the table a lot. I've been shaking the cameras.
I know how to edit.
They've been all over.
Wow. He's a producer
An artist.
and he's an artist.
Now,
He can handle it.
yeah, they're at the studio because they're trying to get in there, and inside they're apparently filming already. The director seems to look clueless, and Santa Claus has snuck in there because Ernest had the snake wrangler thing happening. Santa Claus looks happy at first because he had like this like cabin Christmas thing happening
Yeah.
with Joe, who has 2 kids. The Peters, is he the father figure there, or what's that?
Yeah, he's the father figure.
But it starts to get a little more darker here. There's a knock on the door, and the director's gives some assistance here about whether to go in or not. The door knocks open. There's this fucking like 1950 style movie.
Yeah, it's like the creature from the Black Lagoon comes out.
Yeah, and he grabs the gun and pretty much says, "You son of a," it doesn't say bitch. And I remember when I watched this to Grandy years ago, her mouth was shocked up. She thought I was going to cost this.
Well,
this
okay, a little backstory with like Granny.
That's her dad's mom, by the way.
Yes, Granny was this like really, really just very religious woman, and she was very old fashioned. Like you ate everything on your plate, and like
I like it.
That's the Great Depression era, right?
yeah, and she like she ended up passing away of like a brain tumor, and she was very religious, and like when she started to go, she said she saw angels saying that they were going to come take her soon, and like I
It's
think
real.
the last time that we saw her, she like had us take something from the house, like anything.
Yeah,
Anything you want from the house, take one thing.
yeah. I took an animal cracker tin can look antique.
No, you took Mr. Peanut.
That was Grandpa's. That's World's Fair, like 1930s.
Oh,
And funny if Kayla saw that the other night when we were going through my armoire. I was like, "Oh, it's Mr. Peanut," because we collect Mr. Peanut things now. We have
Yeah.
an ornament coming.
so but yeah, she was a very, very religious person. So for her jaw to drop, that does not surprise me whatsoever.
Yeah, my grandfather was seeing his mother the day before and the day that he passed. It's perfectly normal for him to come
Yeah.
get him.
Yep. And actually, Dad and Mom just posted. They made Reese for.
Yeah, she told me they were going around to the grandparents' graves.
Yep. Well, Grandma was cremated. Granny is buried. Pop was cremated, but Pop doesn't have a headstone yet.
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought it was pretty odd 'cause I really thought they had one there already.
Yeah, I raised hell over that. Because I went to Granny's grave, and Pop wasn't. There was no headstone for Pop, so I was like, hey, what the fuck's going on here?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, well, the headstone hasn't been bought yet." Like, well, he's fucking, he died like what?
I mean, in all
Last year,
fairness,
2
they're
years
pretty
ago?
expensive.
Shit, I'd fucking make one. But I digress. Shit's getting a little deep. Let's get more fun.
Back to Ernest.
It's an Ernest film, god damn it.
Yeah, well, Joe won't say the cuss word, and the monster just starts looking disappointed, and yeah, the director cuts.
Shoot me, god damn it. Yeah.
That's what Santa Claus confronts the director and like Santa's sleigh. I thought it was supposed to be a fun Christmas film, and the director's excited. He says it's film about a space alien come back and terrorize the children. Santa Claus punches him in the head.
Oh, punches him. Yeah, he punches him in the eye. Yeah.
Yeah, so how did he get arrested then?
Because it's Santa's sleigh, SLAY.
That's very 80s horror.
Yeah.
This next scene, this cuts away, is also one of our favorite scenes. This is back at the airport. Chuck and Bobby have now called animal control, which they should have done like a while ago. Animal control comes to their all official. Chuck's just not saying anything. Like, "You got a problem?" And then he just looks off, and there's reindeer on the fucking roof. And they're like, "Oh, that's my problem. You got call air control or
that's air traffic control problem." Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good scene. Joe mentions to his agent that all Santa Claus wants to do is talk to him, so maybe just give him a chance. They're still calling him Mr. Santa, so he gives him a chance to talk to him. They go into the break room, you see some people in there and other props, and Joe questions like the time it takes to go around the world, and Santa Claus admits he doesn't go to some parts of the world they don't believe in Santa Claus.
And see, I'm glad they did this. I am glad they did this.
It
Like,
was ahead of his time.
yeah, and see, like, very ahead of its time. Like, okay, well, some people don't believe in Santa because of cultural beliefs and all this other stuff. So you don't visit those kids. So that's what were we posing?
He talking.
Or yeah, so you don't visit those kids. So like that should actually be in a lot of Christmas movies. The Santa Claus with Tim Allen is the same fucking thing. Like, yeah, okay, how do you do it all? Oh well, with with the time differences and the what, what was it? The something of the Tropic of Cancer.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
Ernest,
Ernest goes on later. But my favorite thing was we didn't experience this as kids growing up because we're from a small town. But I heard like some major city malls had like 4 Santa Clauses. That was so. Is there like a Santa Claus for each continent or a country? And of course, they have different traditions because like the Danish leave their shoes or socks out in the window, and stockings are our tradition.
well, the socks or other stockings.
Yeah, but the Danish leave their shoes outside the window, right? That's their culture.
Sure.
I haven't heard anything from Africa, or East Asia.
Well, see, Africa would be Kwanzaa instead of
No, Kwanzaa is American holiday. That's the American created that. I did my research.
Back to Ernest.
Come on, Ashley. I thought you had your bachelor's degree in social sciences.
You know better than that.
All right. Well, yeah, the cultural thing is explained. Harmony is back at Ernest's house, and she's still trying to get shit she wants. She pulls out like a stupid clown toy. A lot of things she pulls out for kids. One of the things she pulls out is that My Pet Monster. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did. And I love him.
Can I just say, me and Ashley were talking about this fucking yesterday. Now, me and Eric used to exchange for Christmas, and we would go obscure, and we would go like 90s,
Super retro.
80s, yeah. Like, let's see, I got him a DVD of Kazam one year. Then another year, I got him it was the original Tremors trilogy. Then I was gonna get him a Stretch Armstrong, but fun fact for you, they go for $350 on eBay
The
now.
original, like, 1970s one, right?
Yeah, and My Pet Monster is just as expensive.
Really?
It's about $150 for My Pet Monster. Because I remember him having a My Pet Monster when he used to live down the street from us.
I had a puffalump.
Yeah, that's kind of scary looking.
Yeah. Especially since he was like chained.
Ooh, and popple. You turn it inside out, and it was a soccer ball.
Oh shit.
You see, I got lost in these monitor toys, and I mean, actually, I know your kids almost teenage years now, but like, for kids like I don't know, 7 to 10 years old, like, is there anything fun now, like
Well,
random shit, or it's just like all
now they
commercialized?
just play Fortnite.
Well, see,
All right.
here's the
But
thing.
you want to be impressed? My son, when he was little, I always got him DVDs. He had a Fraggle Rock DVD.
That's
and
80s.
Now he is just rediscovering it and loving it. So I went and bought him the whole season or the whole series
Well,
because he was like, "I wish there were more of these." I said, "Oh, honey."
And you know, I got dragged to Walmart a few days ago, which I never shop at. I mean, I've went years without shopping at Walmart, but Kayla went to get some stuff there, and we got to the toy section of a Walmart that I've visited
It's sad, isn't
for like
it?
20 years. It's so small. It's like $3 now.
You have to do it. You have to do Walmart online, and you can find some fucking weird shit that's like expensive as fuck.
I'm my team Amazon
on
though.
Yeah, well, I'm the same way because I got Amazon Prime and all that other shit. But I will say, Christopher Christopher's like transitioning from like, okay,
Tween to teen.
Kitty to like, like I'll buy him an action figure or whatever. And then like he's like struck with that, like,
Kind of want to open it
I
and
want to
play with
open
it.
it because like,
Kind of want to leave it in the
yeah,
pack.
I have Spawn figures still in the box, and he's just like, oh my God,
And
why?
he's seen the difference because he saw the tub of ones that you had opened and
Mhm.
play with that were, ripped
Broken.
apart.
Yep.
So like he gets it, but
Yep.
it hurts. Like
Yep.
it's a tough call.
So like, yeah, so I have the tub of the Spawn figures that are like broken and all this other shit, but then I have the ones that are still in the box, never opened, and all this other
Shit, a
shit.
couple of them I got.
Yep. And then I will get him like one last year. I got him one of his favorite characters is Deathstroke. And I got him a Deathstroke mask with like a comic book and like something else in it. And I gave it to him in the box. And I like he opened the box, took the mask out for a little bit, and then he put it back in the box because like he's like, oh man,
Well,
like,
it's
He
it's
kind
gonna
of gets it.
well, it's gonna love the Christmas present I got for him this year. I can't remember what I got him last year, right?
I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
I remember the first year when you did that box thing. I've told a couple people about that.
What was
oh
that
yeah,
again?
the box with the box in
You
it with
brought,
another
yeah,
box.
yeah, that's
brought
Bob one.
down the
Yeah.
giant box, and I
That-
think
yeah,
that the inside was
yeah.
a card with a gift card.
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, this year it's another gift card. It's just cash to Walmart. So
He's
you go wherever the
perfectly
fuck he
happy
wants,
with
right?
it. Yep.
Yeah. And that's the big thing. Like, I love gift cards because it's like, okay, I know you shop here, I know you spend money here, so here's the thoughtful. Like, I had a friend who got a present from his dad, it was like a $50 gift card to Wawa. In case
That's
you know,
a wonderful
That's
gift.
gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. For our listeners not on the East Coast, Wawa's a popular gas station on the East Coast of America, and like I love that place. You can get some groceries, you can get gas, you get coffee. It's a quick spot to go, but you
Sandwiches.
spend money there constantly. So why not have a gift card for there?
Are there any more?
I don't.
But
Yeah, I think the 80s though and the 90s were more about just items because I don't remember getting gift cards as a kid.
you know what I was shocked with? There is not a Duncan's toy chest in New York.
That was FOS Schwartz for a while.
That's what I think. I think that
And-
that was just kind of
Yeah.
an offshoot, so they didn't have to pay for the name.
I know, but
And-
that was from Home Alone 2. For anyone that was wondering, Duncan's toy chest is that reference. Which I want the fucking raptor head that squirts goo out.
That's fun. Hey, I went to the Toys R Us headquarters there when I was in New York about 2014, but of course Toys R Us no longer exists because I don't know what's there right now.
Yet they're coming back.
Yep.
They are?
Jeffrey's Toy
Yes,
Box.
they got bailed out,
Oh yeah.
and now they're Jeffrey's Toy Box.
Yeah, Harmony's still looking through here. There's a good scene here that I didn't catch on before, where Ernest is questioned by some people who's asking if he's a steak guy. He's like, "Oh yeah." They just come with this tub of like live steaks and just pour it right the fuck in the back of the truck. No concern for any like hazards with different animals or shit. They just put it back there.
And all he says is, like he says, "Thanks, I'll count them later."
Yeah. Santa Claus still talking to Joe about carrying the torch on, and this cuts back and forth a lot. Harmony is like already out of luck. Like she hears the spirits, but she's not getting anything she wants. And maybe because she's a rotten little bitch who wants everything her way, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, she doesn't believe in Santa, so she's using Santa's sack, expecting stuff that like someone that doesn't believe in Santa would get when it's kids that believe in Santa. So of course you're gonna get like a little telescope. You're gonna get a teddy bear. You're gonna get, you're gonna get all this little bullshit. You're not gonna get a CD player. You're not gonna get fucking $10,000.
Well, I think it's a good point to bring up because I think one of the things I said earlier was someone stopped believing because they didn't get something, and that was a plot device in Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Where the one guy stopped believing at 3 because they didn't get a wiener whistle. Or
yeah,
something.
he didn't get an Oscar Mayer wiener
So-
whistle.
Let's talk about this. This is important. This is probably the Instagram clip. When did you guys stop believing in Santa Claus?
when my dickhead brother said there's no Santa Claus?
Oh, that was me.
No, I don't fucking know. I just made that up. I don't fucking know.
See, I was like at 7 years old. I was like, I don't think this is real. At 8 years old,
I remember clear as day.
I remember talking to mom. I said, "Be honest with me, is Santa Claus real?" She said, "No." I was like, "Okay."
Well-
And I was no crying or anything. I just kind of felt
Oh,
it.
I cried.
I remember hooking up like see mom sews. Mom sews. So I remember hooking up like just a shit ton of yarn around the living room. Like it looked like a goddamn Home Alone trap. And I was sleeping in the living room and dad tripped over all the yarn.
Mhm.
Cause like, I mean, I had it it was like spider webbed everywhere and like it was tied to me. So when he tripped over it, I fell off the couch and then like, like dad like was, oh, yeah, I just came down to get like, to get a drink or something. I was like, oh, okay. Like it was dad putting down.
Yeah.
But see, there was another year where it was a gift for Camille. It was a gift for Camille and like it had to be
Damn, baby, you talk a lot.
it had to be like soon after I found out that there wasn't a Santa Claus. Um, one of the gifts was like in the car, and the car was like iced over. Like it was iced. You could not open the door. So me and mom were outside with the door handle popped, trying to yank and break the ice to get this toy, like to assemble this damn toy that was for Camille because Camille still believed in Santa Claus. Like,
Mine was because I was about 6 and my mom was changing my little brother or sister's diaper in her room. She had a little half bath in her room that we never used. And so that apparently was where she hid the gifts. So she hands it to me, tells me, go throw this away. I went to the nearest bathroom. So I opened the door and there's all the stuff. And I'm like, Mom, what is all this? And so she tells me, and I remember crying my little eyes out. Like, I was real upset. I got till about 8 with Christopher. And he kind of got real with me, like, I don't really believe this. And I'm like, okay, kid, I'm not gonna lie
Well,
to
at
you.
that point, a lot of people questioned the Easter Bunny, and
That was his first question.
well, the other one is Jesus. I mean, do people actually question yeah, with this stuff?
Yeah, right after we moved up here in 2012, my sister and I took him and my nephew to get their pictures taken with the Easter Bunny. He was about 5 then and came home and told me he didn't think it was the real Easter Bunny because that guy was a mascot. And I knew it was headed downhill from there.
I guess a truth theory would be the other one, right?
Well, he still lets me pretend that's real because he gets the money.
I mean, I don't really hear about a lot of that truth theory anymore. Like people don't post it on Facebook or anything. I don't have kids in my life.
I
that's
made
okay.
the
what a
last
fucking dark
I'm-
story.
I
Like
made-
he's paying for your fucking teeth.
right. I made the last one so sparkly with some of that makeup. He's like, I know you did that, Mom. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Jesus Christ.
Well, Harmony runs out of stuff in the sack, and they're trying to arrange for everybody to meet at the Trust Museum by the time because they have to be ready by 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve. Santa Claus mentions that he has stuff at the airport. And this is what Ernest has all snakes on his damn face. So much snakes that bed him. But he says, oh, you want to get a rush hour downtown. I've driven downtown Orlando. It's not fun. It's not
No.
because of traffic. It's because of the fucking construction and shit.
It's because of everything.
Yeah.
Everything sucks in Orlando.
We did okay.
Except for the theme parks and hospitality, right?
Eh.
We did all right. When we rented a car, we did okay.
We did, but I'm telling you, when I took that vehicle, I'm gonna say when you were still at the place for the whatever, and I went back to the condo real quick, I was not happy driving in
Mhm.
that by myself.
Terrible.
And I was in those heels for that was the first time I'd worn them.
Mm-hmm.
I was stressed.
Ernest takes Santa to Joe's house, who has the wrong sack because Harmony exchanged him because she's a great little bitch. And
Yes.
say everything. Ernest says it has the job of picking up the elves and taking them to the museum.
She reminded me of Punky Brewster.
Yeah, kind of.
Hey, let's reach out to her and tag her in this shit.
Who they actually play in harmony or talking Mr.
Yes.
All right, we'll find her. At Joe's house, he has shaved his beard. Santa's questioned him, and Joe's like, "How the fuck you know where I live?" He said, "I know everything."
Job perks.
Yep. He keeps saying they have time, but he kind of loses faith in them.
Wait,
Santa
or
says,
he lost
"Such a
faith in Harmony because,
yeah, because she switched a sex."
yeah,
Yeah. Harmony, by the way, is trying to get out of town. She goes to the Amtrak station and gives them money. It says it get her to Miami. So Miami from Orlando is what, like 3 hours?
Something like that, yeah.
sure. She's just trying to get the fuck out of town.
Yeah. But
She stole a bag of magic.
Santa's depressed about Joe and Harmony have to have his heart broken, and he just throws that bag of feathers out at that bus stop. Meanwhile, back at the airport, Raydor fly around, and this is
About the
one
little
of the
old
great
lady
scenes
asking him about his sack.
when these midget elves come to the airport. Wait, is that
Thanks,
then?
Skippy.
What?
Yes, right.
Yeah. I gotta stop drinking.
All right. Well, if you notice the elves' passports, they say like they're from the 13th century.
Oh yeah, I didn't see. We were watching it on like
Yeah,
by
by
this time
then
we were
we were
watching it on
watching my
YouTube on
phone.
the way here.
I was on YouTube. Right.
So I like how they always say thanks Skippy
Mhm.
because like everybody knows this like customs dude.
Yeah, Chuck's looking around for elms. That's supposed to be elves.
Yes.
I love how the other guy didn't come back and like, I told you it was a V.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ernest is like, I had to 4 hours to like. It's a quick watch. That's the only save Ernest and Chuck. Uh, and that's when Ernest takes the elves and like drives that rider truck, which is like very. I don't want to say rider trucks anymore.
They're
Yeah.
still there.
And remember Mayflower? Like that was a little monsters.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're still there too.
yeah. When I try to move in here, I try contact them. They didn't call me because I found Mayflower's not in this area.
That makes sense. I'm untying this.
He drives their spikes, drives it out, and they're like, "How are we getting the fuck out of here?" That's when Ernest comes with the great idea of using the reindeer that are in the back of this moving truck. And they also said Big Red isn't gonna like this. That was a good name for Santa Claus. Back at a studio, like this is jumping scenes like crazy here. They're having moving negotiations on fucking Christmas Eve. I like this part here. I think this guy's the producer. This was a good line where he says, "This is the type of movie that has a lot of sequels," because that was a stab at literally at a lot of horror movies in the 80s.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they had like number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then go back to 1, 2. But I like that fucking how you recommended Relator Media, their Halloween review.
Oh, dude, I love that.
When they did, well, this is the movie except for 1, 2 of this, and then back to this movie, which did 3 or 4. So that was perfect. That took some thought. I just fucking hate that new Halloween movie though.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a piece of shit. You guys ever see it?
Mm-mm.
Don't waste your money your
Have
time.
Have
I'm
you
serious.
watched their Black Spine editions of shit?
No, I like Star Wars with the best.
Oh my god, you gotta watch their Black Spine editions.
All right.
But
Oh, Ernest Macaulay Culkin was back in a few episodes of them, and he did
yeah,
Angry Video Game Nerd playing some Home Alone.
yeah.
video games.
He's in the newest Black Spine edition.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like now we're starting to
Alright.
wind down
Well, I'll tell you-
in earnest.
Yeah, but with Macaulay Culkin, I mean, he's a free agent. Where's he live at?
I don't know.
Let's invite him here at the beach house.
I mean, it doesn't seem like he's doing much of anything else.
I'll have my assistant look at it.
Okay, good, good.
I'm serious about it. Oh, we're still waiting a few people from Mario Fear the Dark. Come on. I tagged Julia Sweet last night in that fucking
I bet you did.
unfinished painting episode. Yeah, I mean she's hot. She's posting those photos online, but she hasn't responded to us yet. So
Shock.
yeah, I don't know why no one wants to talk to us.
I know. Don't worry. I mean, but when we get done, Are You Afraid of the Dark? I'm going to start blowing up Ross Hall's fucking Instagram.
We are going to Canada, by the way.
Oh yeah, she needs a passport.
I have
Just
mine
put
up
me
there.
out
But
there.
I have one.
I don't.
yeah, I should get a passport. I mean, we can
I
drive to Canada in
know.
like 8 hours. So,
That's less than to Alabama.
yeah.
I could do that. I could do that and back. I go overnight to Alabama.
That's
and
true.
all
Joe
at
says he
once.
keeps having problems with the script in the meeting, and the agent's surprised. He says, "Can we do something about the violence of language?" It's a horror movie. What do you expect?
Yeah, he says you've been doing a like
Children's
public,
TV show.
yeah, a children's television show on like local TV. Like you don't have any right to say anything. You
Who
know?
are you
Look
to
up.
question me?
Yeah.
This guy's acting is a little over the top, like angry
It
wise
was.
for Chris Steve.
This is the real world.
Yeah. But this is when Joe sees outside. There's a issue with the sleigh. The air traffic control noticed that Ernest had taken the fucking sleigh out with these elves and is going around like Orlando right now.
But see,
I
this
mean,
is
in all fairness,
but
that
this
was
is
the only way they were going to get there.
yeah, this is like the turning point for Joe. Because Joe
He didn't believe, and he
did
told
not believe.
Santa. He
Yeah.
said, "So far, I haven't seen it, but he said I kind of wish that I would, but so
But-
far I haven't."
But when he looked out
Something to
that
make him
window,
believe.
he saw Ernest driving the sleigh.
Yep. He's like,
And that's
There
what
he
that was the
is.
turning point for Joe. And Joe
him.
walked out of that
It's me.
meeting.
Yeah, another thing I haven't mentioned though is the fact
so
that
he did save it.
this movie has no like
Mhm.
major stars. It's a lot of character actors. The actor playing Joe, I found out, played in the pilot episode of Good Morning Miss Bliss was the precursor to Saved by the Bell, Mr. Belding.
Huh.
Yeah, he was the first Mr. Belding.
All right. Oh, I smell your cat.
Where's my cat?
Oh.
I don't know. You smell
Did she
that?
come in?
Ben, go find a cat real quick.
Hold
Oh,
on.
I do smell it.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
dear.
terrible.
Ben's got the cat all ready to go.
Oh, now you're really gonna smell her.
How'd you smell her? She was already in there sleeping.
Oh. Kitty cat, though.
Oh, puts his camera.
Kitty. I got her in this one over here. I got her over here. Right. You smell terrible. You smell like a used diaper filled with Indian food.
Yeah, I don't know why the cat smells so much, but this case. All right, I like the fact when Ernest is trying to get this sleigh going, he says a bunch of things like "angers away." Did you guys
Yeah.
use the Navy Ben?
Yeah, we knew anger's away.
All right. He says, may the force be with you. A Star Wars reference there. And he can't get the name of the reindeer right. He says like
Blister.
yeah,
Buster.
yeah, that was good writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Joe looks out the window and he sees that his sleigh's going haywire after all this shit. He now believes, and he says, "It's him." And he just takes it out of the
me.
room.
I'm him.
The Air Force comes in like ready to take this fucking sleigh
Yeah,
down.
scrambling MiGs out there to
Mhm. Bogey,
Uh,
incoming.
Yeah, to get rid of it, they go down towards the ground, which looks like a sun pass, toll booth. Amtrak comes in, and Pamela confronts this little boy who's causing shit from his little sister about Santa Claus.
says Santa Claus isn't real. And
Yeah.
she's like, where do you get off? Santa Claus is real and this is his sack. And then like the girl that was getting picked on all of a sudden takes her brother's side, like, well, if that's Santa Claus's sack, why do you have it?
Because I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Exactly.
Well played. So now we're gonna have the converging of all characters into the Children's Museum.
Well,
Mhm.
Santa's out telling Mary, and
We never touched on the little old lady asking Santa if he found his sack.
yeah, well, she admits that she hasn't believed in Santa Claus since 1931.
Well, he
Because-
said that.
yeah,
1931,
her sister.
when your sister said that it was time you learned the quote unquote truth.
Ben has this fucking movie.
Well, we listened to it on
We
the way
did.
here.
Uh-huh.
You said finish it on the way here, so we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like, well, it's hard when I have to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes when driving in bright day sunlight. It's
Yeah.
like watching
Oh, I
horror.
was moving that thing all around.
Yeah, that. And I did the same with Sandlot when I did Sandlot 2 and 3.
We should get Chauncey to do an episode of Are
Bring
You
him,
Afraid of the
I'm
Dark?
serious. Bring him to the beach. We got a room for him. We be beachfront. We're 30-second walk from the fucking beach right here, and the bus stop is right outside here. So
Have your
You know he's
assistant.
got a bunch of kids, right?
Yeah, have your assistant reach out.
You don't like kids. Just mine. That's because mine's easygoing. Just give him
So
some
Harmony
snacks.
admits that she made it right. She now believes in Santa Claus, and she called her mom. She's going home. There's only 3 minutes to go. Joe pulls up in his car, ready to go. Asks if the job's still open. Shakes his hand, and that's when magic of this great 80s effect turns Joe into the Santa Claus outfit with a new beard, and he gets a sat back.
Thank you, baby.
Olsen asks where a sleigh is, and it's still going around the orbit, which it shows America in daylight, by the way. Mentions, that's when we see the guy at the air that was earlier about snow. He's like trying to make some business deal and shit, but it starts to snow in Orlando.
And then he has a change of heart because he's like, "We're gonna close this deal tonight." And then he's like,
Yeah.
"It's snowing."
It's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Go home to your family.
Well, yeah, and earlier it says from Toronto, so I'm sure that is snow up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I noticed is this movie does not have Ernest's dog in it because rim shots and Ernest Scare Stupid, but
Yes.
is the end Ernest goes camp or anything like that?
I don't think he's in Ernest Goes to Camp either.
All right.
We'll have to look into that.
Well, everything's good to go except for Santa Claus has no sleigh, the new Santa Claus at least, and Ernest finally comes in crashing down and guiding it in.
Air brakes.
Once he passes the torch, he mentions his name Stuffed Applegate. So why did he not fucking mention that earlier when it's questioned about his name all the time?
Because he wasn't Seth Applegate. He was fucking Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Till that magic
Like,
passed.
I
Alright.
mean, but at the same point, like if he's like 150 something years old, I know.
See,
I'm
she
gonna touch
agrees
it
with
anyway.
me.
They're gonna say Seth Applegate, and then they're gonna see like 150 something years old, and like, okay, what the fuck?
Exactly. It's just as believable as Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Santa Claus asks if we take another driver, so Ernst is now the driver who has experience of this sleigh. And they take Harmony with them. Who's apparently going back home to
Honorary
Bloomington,
elf.
Indiana. That leaves Seth Applegate, the old Santa, alone with Mary. It's assumed they get together because Mary says she has nothing to do when the close
Tonight.
museum.
Yeah. What are you doing
Yeah.
tonight? He's like, I don't know. She's like, we'll think of something. That means
There was some innuendo.
that means elderly sex.
Because she was talking about how she had no family to go
Right,
home
kitty
to.
cat?
She asked him about his sack.
Right. Yep. Asking about his sack and if he ever found it.
It
Mhm.
happens.
Oh boy. And I said, yeah, it's dragging on the ground.
So, I mean, is Seth Applegate homeless now? Because, like, he was living at the North Pole, so
He's
now
going
he has...
home with her.
Yeah, it don't matter.
alright.
Oh God, she smells
So
like,
bad.
so bad.
We're giving her a cat bath.
She
I
needs.
think it's coming from the inside.
Yeah.
She's old.
Yeah. Well. What do you think? What do you think, kitty cat?
Like, just pet me and tell me I'm pretty.
What do you think?
Well, she does sleep all day.
Well, we got one like that too.
Well, the last scene here made me laugh also because Bob and Chuck are back at the airport. They say E or F, and the fucking Easter Bunny pops out this box. What's that there?
He's taking her back.
All right, so big deal on my Kit Kat. All right. Well, that
Yeah.
was Ernest Saves
And then they did
Christmas.
the eyeball thing again.
Yeah. Ashton, when did you first see this movie?
To be honest, I think that I did see it when I was younger, but that doesn't really count. So I'll say a couple years ago.
No.
I will always love this fucking movie.
It's enjoyable. I mean, it's fun.
It was one of the requirements of us being together.
All
It's
right.
true. Said you can either get on board or you can.
He's like, it's
Get
Ernest or
out.
bust, bitch. Not really.
Oh, thanks everybody for listening. Train Magic is next week. That was the episode recorded a few weeks ago. And we're going to come back here in a little bit with season 5 of the original run of Are You Afraid of the Dark. It's pretty crazy. We've been doing this podcast for a year now.
We can only do so much when it came to Train Magic.
Yeah.
That's true.
We'll stick with the magic of Christmas.
Well, be sure to leave reviews and like the shit. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.